Lakshmi Vilas Bank becomes DBS India. The debt-ridden 94-year-old Tamil Nadu-based Lakshmi Vilas Bank on Friday lost its identity after its merge with the Indian subsidiary of Singapore's DBS Bank. Although depositors of the bank now have clarity, promoters and investors of the bank have been left high and dry. LVB was asked to write off Rs 318 crore Tier 2 Basel III bonds by ahead of its merger with DBS Bank by RBI. Bank Employees Union AIBEA has said that the Reserve Bank's culpability in the failure of the 94-year-old bank needs to be looked into, and that the proposed merger of the lender with DBIL will provide a backdoor entry for a foreign banking entity into the Indian market. India's economy clawing back but slowly. A slew of indicators from car sales to services sectors, activity notched higher last month, while alternative data signaled robust demand in an economy that primarily driven by domestic consumption. The recovery from the lockdown has been stronger than expected. Reserve Bank of India Governor Shaktikanta Das said Thursday, signaling ahead of next week's rate decision that policymakers will keep their supportive stance. The farm sector remained the bright spot, supported by a good monsoon season and subsidized inputs. The third quarter numbers could be even better, in line with the trends seen in economies globally, said State Bank of Indian economist Soumya Khanti Ghosh. Drop in housing sales. The coronavirus pandemic dented new launches, leading to an unprecedented, significantly high gap between the supply and sales, according to ANAROC. Residential housing sales in the country's top 7 cities, including the National Capital Region (NCR) and Mumbai, have dropped 81.46% in the quarter ending June 30th. Property consultant ANAROC said, the National Capital Region, the Mumbai Metropolitan Region, Bengaluru and Pune together accounted for 85.32% of total sales in the April-June period, whereas MMR and Bengaluru alone accounted for 51.88% of total sales in the period, said Mumbai-based ANAROC, which collated data on ongoing projects in Delhi, Mumbai, Kolkata, Chennai, Bengaluru, Hyderabad and Pune. E-commerce volumes rise 40%. This festive season has seen 30 to 40% growth in e-commerce volumes, with overall growth when compared to the previous year. A report by financial services major Bernstein said, while not a negative surprise, we have anticipated a much higher growth for online sales this season, given the COVID impact. This festive season has been 30 to 40% growth in e-commerce volumes, with overall growth similar to the witnessed last year, the report said. This, in our view, either reflects ensuring a better than expected offline momentum or the impact of weak economy on overall festive demand. Our offline checks suggest a mixed rate on festive trends, with some categories seeing strength and some others still down year on year, the report said. Another interesting read was that there was no major supply constraint this season, suggesting adequate channel restocking. FDI up 15% to $30 billion during April-September. Foreign direct investment (FDI) into India grew by 15% to $30 billion during the first half of the current fiscal. According to official data, inflow of FDI during April-September 1920 stood at $26 billion, as per the data of the Department for Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade. In July, the country had attracted $17.5 billion worth of foreign investment. Sectors which attracted maximum foreign inflows during April-September 2021 included computer software and hardware services, trading, chemicals, and automobile. International students contributed $38.7 billion to the US economy in 1920. As per estimates, international students contributed $38.7 billion to the US economy in 1920. In an official statement, the Minister Counselor for Public Affairs at the US Embassy, David Kennedy, said the number of Indians studying in the US has nearly doubled in the last 10 years. Can the US ignore Indian students? Close to 2 lakhs Indian students study in US universities. India imposes anti-dumping duty on fluoroelastomers import from China for 5 years. India has imposed anti-dumping duty on imports of fluoroelastomers from China by 5 years starting November 27. The Central Board of Indirect Taxes and Customs said in notification issued Friday. The board said that the decision has been taken after the Directorate General of Trade Remedies requested for further extension of the anti-dumping duty on the goods originating in or exported from China, as there was a likelihood of continuation of dumping and injury to domestic industry. Kia Motors in top gear makes profit in the first year. The Korean automaker Kia Motors breaks into operating profit in its first year of India journey and has become one of the quickest to turn operationally profitable in India's highly competitive passenger vehicle market. In fiscal 2020, the first year of its operation in India, the company produced more than 1 lakh vehicles and posted revenue of rupees 10,838 crore when the domestic market delivered its worst performance in a decade.